Every journey begins with a single step. But today, our journey begins not on solid ground, but in the silent velvet expanse of the cosmos. It begins with a single heartbeat, the heartbeat of Earth. From this vantage point, suspended in the quiet awe of space, we see our world not as a collection of countries or continents, but as a single living entity. A sphere of impossible blue and swirling white, cradled in the infinite dark. This is the starting point of every story, the origin of every life, the stage upon which the grand drama of existence unfolds. Its pulse is not one of flesh and blood, but of immense planetary forces. The rhythmic pull of the tides, the slow grinding dance of tectonic plates, the deep geothermal warmth emanating from its core. It is a rhythm we are all tuned to, whether we know it or not. And now, that pulse quickens with the dawn. As the first rays of sunlight kiss the horizon, the planet awakens. This is not a gentle stirring, but a cataclysmic daily event on a planetary scale. A wave of pure energy, traveling at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, crashes against our world. It is a cascade of photons that paints the upper atmosphere in hues of fire and rose, a spectacle of physics that signals the start of the day. This light, this fundamental energy, begins its journey across the globe, a silent, unstoppable tide. It is the trigger for photosynthesis, the catalyst for warmth, the ancient signal that tells the world it is time to live. The highest peaks are the first to receive its greeting, their icy crowns set ablaze in alpine glow, while the world below still slumbers in shadow. Then, the light spills down their slopes, pouring into valleys, chasing the darkness from the deepest ravines. It filters through the dense canopies of ancient forests, dappling the floor with coins of gold and rousing the chorus of unseen life. Each dawn is a rebirth, a fresh coat of paint on the canvas of the world, a promise whispered from a star 93 million miles away. Oceans shimmer, mountains glow, and the air dances with the promise of a new day. The great oceans, covering more than 2/3 of our planet's surface, respond to the dawn with a glittering expanse. Their surfaces, a mirror to the sky, hide a world of unimaginable depth and pressure. Here, in these waters, life first sparked into existence. They are the planet's circulatory system, their currents acting as colossal rivers, distributing heat and nutrients across the globe, shaping our weather and our climate. The sheer power held within a single wave is a testament to the forces at play, a constant churning energy that has sculpted our coastlines for millennia. The ocean is both a cradle and a crucible, a realm of serene beauty and terrifying, untamable power. And the mountains, they are the very bones of the earth, thrust upwards by the slow, inexorable collision of continents. They are monuments of geological time, each layer of rock a page in our planet's autobiography, telling stories of ancient seas and volcanic fire. They stand defiant against the sky, their silent majesty a challenge to the fleeting nature of our own lives. They are world makers, catching clouds to create rain, casting vast shadows that birth deserts, and sheltering unique ecosystems found nowhere else on Earth. To stand on a mountain peak is to feel the pulse of deep time, to breathe the thin, crisp air at the top of the world, and to see the landscape unfold like a map of eternity. Between the sea and the peaks, we find the air, an invisible ocean in which we all swim. This delicate blanket of atmosphere is our shield, our greenhouse, and our connection to everything that breathes. It is a chaotic and beautiful dance of pressure systems, jet streams, and thermal currents. The wind, the breath of the planet, carries the scent of rain, the pollen of distant forests, and the seeds of new beginnings. It is a sculptor, patiently carving arches in stone and whipping sand into monumental dunes. This dance of air is the promise of the day, the potential for a gentle breeze or a furious storm, for life-giving rain or cleansing fire. And as the natural world awakens, so does our own. The fading of city lights signals a different kind of dawn, the stirring of another complex ecosystem, the human one. Our own journeys, our own heartbeats, echo the planet's rhythm. We are an inseparable part of this global tapestry, our lives interwoven with the cycles of water, air, and light. Now, with new eyes, with new technology, we can see it all as never before. Let us fly, higher than clouds, further than mountains, into the wonders of our home and beyond. Let us embark on a journey to truly see the world that we inhabit. From emerald jungles to sapphire seas, our planet is painted with colors so vivid they could only be born from the dreams of the universe. We begin in the great equatorial belt, in the emerald heart of the Amazon. This is more than a forest. It is the lungs of our planet, inhaling carbon dioxide and exhaling the oxygen we breathe. A single square kilometer here can contain more species of plant and insect than all of Europe combined. It is a vertical world, from the dark, damp floor where decay fuels new life, to the bustling superhighways of the canopy, where monkeys, sloths and birds live out their lives, many never touching the ground. The air is thick with humidity, and the constant overwhelming sound is the sound of life itself, a billion organisms in a vibrant, competitive and cooperative chorus. From the intense, crowded life of the jungle, we journey to a place of profound emptiness and stark beauty. Tropical rainforests breathe life into the air, deserts stretch endlessly in gold. The great sand seas of the Sahara and the Namib are landscapes shaped by wind and time. Here, life is stripped to its bare essentials. It is a world of extremes, of scorching days and freezing nights. But it is not lifeless. It is a testament to the tenacity of evolution. Plants with deep roots, nocturnal creatures that escape the sun's wrath, and insects that can draw moisture from the morning fog. All have mastered the art of survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The silence of the desert is profound, a canvas upon which the slightest sound, the faintest movement becomes an event, and coral reefs bloom beneath the waves like underwater gardens. These are the rainforests of the sea, bustling metropolises built by billions of tiny animals over thousands of years. Though they cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, they support nearly a quarter of all marine life. The color here is dazzling, a riot of life competing for space and survival. It is a world of intricate relationships, of symbiosis and predation, where every creature, from the smallest shrimp to the largest shark, plays a vital role in the health of the whole. These fragile ecosystems are a barometer for the health of our oceans, a vibrant living jewel set in the Sapphire Sea. From the warmth of the tropics, our journey takes us to the frozen ends of the Earth, the polar regions. Here, the palette shifts to brilliant whites and ethereal blues. This is the cryosphere, a world of ice. Glaciers, rivers of ice, flow in slow motion, carving valleys and fjords, their immense weight shaping the very rock beneath. The sea ice, a vast floating platform, is a critical hunting ground for polar bears, the undisputed kings of the Arctic. At night, the sky can come alive with the aurora, a celestial ballet of light born from the interaction of solar winds and our planet's magnetic field. Life here is a constant battle against the cold, a masterclass in adaptation and endurance. Finally, we fly over the great grasslands and savannas, the vast open spaces of our world. These are landscapes of endless horizons, defined by the rhythm of the seasons, the wet and the dry. Here, life is lived on an epic scale. The great migrations of wildebeest, zebra and antelope are one of the planet's most awe-inspiring spectacles, a moving river of life that follows the rains. These immense herds support a rich community of predators, and their grazing shapes the landscape itself. Fire, often seen as a destructive force, is here a vital tool of renewal, clearing away old growth and allowing fresh, nutritious grasses to flourish. This is a world of immense herds, legendary predators, and boundless skies. From the ice caps to the equator, from the deepest trench to the highest peak, every system is connected. The winds of the Sahara carry dust that fertilizes the Amazon. The melting of polar ice affects currents that warm the coasts of Europe. Our planet is not a collection of isolated wonders, but a single, intricate and breathtakingly complex machine. A symphony of life where every player, every element has its part. This is our home, and our journey to understand it has only just begun. On our blue planet, there is a force more ancient and more powerful than any kingdom or creed. It is an eternal traveler, a shaper of worlds, and the very essence of existence itself. This is the story of water. Its journey begins here, in the boundless expanse of the ocean, cradle of all life. Warmed by the sun's persistent gaze, the surface shimmers, releasing a part of itself, an invisible offering to the sky. Molecule by molecule it ascends, leaving the salt and the depths behind, beginning a transformation that will define the character of our world. This ascent is a silent pilgrimage. In the upper reaches of the atmosphere, what was once liquid becomes vapor, gathering into colossal assemblies of cloud that drift across continents like celestial continents themselves. They are the sky's great promise, carrying billions of tons of fresh water, a reservoir in constant motion. When the time is right, when the conditions of temperature and pressure align in a perfect conspiracy, the promise is fulfilled. The traveler returns. As rain, it drums a life-giving rhythm upon the canopy of ancient forests, quenching a thirst that is deep and primal. As snow, it falls in a hush, blanketing the world in a soft white silence, each unique crystal a masterpiece of physics and artistry. This is water in its crystalline form, a state of suspended animation, waiting for the inevitable thaw. From this descent, new journeys are born. Water is life's oldest traveler, and its paths are infinite, from the clouds to the nascent streams, from the colossal, slow-moving glaciers to the abyssal depths of the deepest oceans. On the surface, it gathers first in trickles, then in streams, carving its determination into the soil. These are the planet's arteries, flowing with the fluid that sustains everything. They merge and grow, becoming mighty rivers that are the authors of the landscape. With the patience of eternity, water carves valleys, grinding mountains into sand. It is a sculptor of impossible patience and unimaginable force. Over eons, the persistent flow of a river can slice through solid rock, creating canyons so deep they hold their own shadows and their own time. It is a testament to the idea that the softest thing in the world can overcome the hardest. But its power is not only in destruction. It nourishes forests, pulling life up from the soil and into the sky. It is the vital fluid in the veins of every leaf, the engine of photosynthesis, the cool drink for every creature of the wood. And in its endless cycle, it whispers stories older than humankind. It was present at the dawn of life, in the primordial soup where the first cells sparked into being. It has flowed past the rise and fall of dinosaurs, and it has nurtured the cradles of human civilization along the banks of the Nile, the Indus, and the Yellow River. Its memory is long, its story is our own. To find the source of this lifeblood, we must travel upwards. High above the world, where the air is thin and the silence is pure, mountains rise like the planet's guardians. They are the result of unimaginable forces, born from the slow, violent collision of tectonic plates, thrusting the crust of the Earth towards the heavens over millions of years. Here, in this vertical world, life exists on the edge. The rules are different, dictated by altitude, wind, and cold. Yet even here, life adapts and thrives, a testament to its tenacity. These great ranges are the world's water towers, capturing moisture from the atmosphere and storing it as snow and ice. They are the headwaters for the great rivers that sustain billions of people in the lowlands below. Their health is the health of continents. They have stood for millions of years, silent witnesses to the pageant of existence, watching civilizations rise and fall, holding the secrets of time in their icy peaks. This ice is more than frozen water, it is a library. Within the ancient glaciers, layered like pages in a book, is a pristine record of Earth's past. Each layer of snow that falls and compacts into ice traps bubbles of the atmosphere from that very year. By drilling deep into their hearts, scientists can extract these ice cores and read the history of our climate. They can analyze the air from 200, 2,000, even 800,000 years ago. They can see the ash from volcanic eruptions that changed the course of history, measure the carbon dioxide levels through ice ages and warm periods, and understand the natural rhythms of our planet in a way that is otherwise impossible. It is a story written in cold, hard fact, a message from the past about our present, and a warning for our future. From the ocean to the sky, from the river to the glacier, the eternal dance of water connects all things. It is the sculptor of our geography, the engine of our biosphere, and the keeper of our history. In its journey, we see the profound and intricate beauty of our world, a system of perfect balance and relentless power. To understand water is to understand the delicate miracle of life itself. Amid nature's vastness, humanity has built its own wonders. Cities sparkle like constellations on Earth's surface, alive with movement, culture, and dreams. From quiet cobblestone streets to futuristic skylines, each city tells its own story. Beneath the surface lies another world, mysterious caves, glowing bioluminescent bays, and deep ocean trenches. Here, life has evolved in ways we've only begun to understand. Above us, the sky is never still. Clouds swirl, storms roar, and at night, the heavens unveil their treasures. Here, we find our place in the cosmos. Beyond our atmosphere lies the infinite. Planets, stars, and galaxies stretch into forever. Here, Earth becomes a small, fragile jewel in the vast ocean of space. Listen. Beneath the noise of our own making, the planet has a pulse. Every heartbeat, every wave, every gust of wind, all a part of Earth's grand and ancient symphony. It is a rhythm set in motion billions of years ago, a cadence connecting the molten heart of our world to the farthest reaches of its atmosphere. This is the deep percussion of geology, the slow, inexorable drift of continents, the volcanic fire that builds new land, a raw crescendo in the planet's long composition. The oceans, too, answer to a cosmic conductor. Pulled by the silent gravity of the moon, they perform a ceaseless ballet of ebb and flow. These tides are the planet's circulatory system, shaping coastlines and dictating the life cycles of countless creatures who dance to this lunar rhythm. Above, the winds compose their own masterpiece. From the gentle zephyr to the colossal jet streams, the atmosphere is in constant swirling motion, a global engine distributing heat, carrying seeds, and painting the sky with clouds. And within this planetary orchestra, life adds its own vibrant melody, the collective thrum of a billion heartbeats. From the frantic pulse of a hummingbird, a living jewel suspended in time, to the slow, profound beat of a blue whale's heart, echoing through the vast cathedrals of the deep. Each one is a note, a testament to the tenacious force of existence. This symphony is built on connection, an intricate network binding the smallest to the greatest. From her most humble creatures to her largest forests, life is woven together in a delicate and miraculous dance. It begins in a world unseen, in the dark, rich soil. Here, a universe of microbes toils in silence, transforming death back into life, creating the very foundation of fertility. Through this soil runs a hidden intelligence, a vast subterranean network of fungal threads. This wood-wide web connects individual trees, allowing them to share resources, send warnings, and nurture their young, letting an entire forest act as a single superorganism. This dance of cooperation is played out in the open, in the brilliant light of day. Consider the intimate relationship between a flower and its pollinator. For millions of years, they have co-evolved, shaping one another in a pact of mutual survival. The flower offers nectar, and in return, the bee, the bat, or the bird becomes an agent of its reproduction, carrying the spark of life from one blossom to the next. In some ecosystems, the entire performance hinges on a single player, a keystone species, the sea otter, whose presence allows towering kelp forests to thrive, the wolf, whose return to a landscape can restore balance to rivers and forests. The absence of one can cause the entire structure to collapse. And then there are the great forests themselves, the Amazon, the Congo, the Boreal, the colossal lungs of our world. They are not merely collections of trees, but complex systems that generate their own weather, regulate the global climate by inhaling carbon, and exhale the very oxygen we breathe. They are cradles of biodiversity and silent witnesses to the deep passage of time. This entire system moves to the rhythm of the planet's tilt, a celestial wobble that gives us the seasons. They are Earth's way of painting time, a cycle of renewal, growth, retreat, and rest. Spring arrives not as a date, but as a great awakening. Triggered by the lengthening days, life stirs. Bears emerge from their dens. Migratory birds, guided by an internal compass, travel thousands of miles to return to their ancestral nesting grounds. Seeds erupt from the soil in a frantic race towards the sun. It is a season of boundless optimism, a promise kept. Then comes summer, the zenith of the cycle. The sun reigns supreme, fueling a frenzy of activity. It is a time of abundance when the world is lush and green, and the air is thick with the buzz of life. But it is also a time of intense competition, as every living thing is focused on the urgent tasks of growing and raising the next generation. It is the peak of the symphony, a loud and vibrant movement. Autumn follows, a season of graceful retreat. The days shorten, and the world prepares for the coming scarcity. The trees, in a final spectacular flourish, withdraw their chlorophyll, revealing the fiery reds and oranges hidden all along. Animals rush to gather and store food, to build reserves for the long sleep ahead. It is a necessary and beautiful transition. And finally, winter descends, blanketing the world in a silent shroud of snow. It may seem like a time of death, but it is a masterful strategy for survival. Life has not vanished, it has simply withdrawn. It persists in the slow heartbeat of the hibernating mammal, in the antifreeze of the frozen insect, in the deep roots of the sleeping tree. Winter is a pause, a long, quiet breath, a time for the earth to rest before the symphony begins once more. And in the midst of this timeless masterpiece, a new player has taken the stage. Us, humanity. We are a part of this world, born of its elements, sustained by its bounty. This is our planet, our gift, our responsibility. We are a species of paradox. With our minds, we can comprehend the intricate dance of ecosystems. With our hands, we can build cities that touch the clouds. Yet those same hands can wield tools of immense destruction, and our collective actions now rival the great forces of nature. We are shaping the climate, altering the oceans, and silencing other species at an unprecedented rate. We have become a geological force, defining a new epoch, the Anthropocene. But our story is not yet written in stone. To be a steward is not a burden, but our highest calling. We are the part of this system that can think, feel, and choose. We are the planet's consciousness. And deep within us remains an innate connection to the wild world from which we came. A pull towards the forest, a longing for the sea, a sense of peace under a canopy of stars. To truly understand our place, we must zoom out. From the deepest oceans to the furthest stars, may we always remember, we are travelers, not just through the world, but through the universe itself. Look again at that image of Earth from space, the pale blue dot, a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. On this fragile stage, all of our history has unfolded. It is a humbling perspective that reveals the preciousness of our shared home. We are not just on this world, we are of it. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, all were forged in the fiery hearts of long-dead stars. We are stardust, given consciousness. We are the universe, observing itself. And so, the story of Earth continues, and we are its unlikely authors. The next chapter is unwritten. Every choice we make, every piece of wilderness we protect, every child we teach to listen for the planet's pulse, these are the words we are writing. Will our verse be one of ignorance and loss? Or will it be one of wisdom, of healing, of a renewed and joyful partnership with the life that surrounds us? The symphony is not over, and every step we take is part of Earth's magnificent ongoing story.